Hello and welcome everybody to a brand new Let's Play on a brand new channel with a brand new commentator. I am the mostly blind gamer, and today I'm starting a new Let's Play of a fan-made Pokemon game called Pokemon Omicron. It was made by the Suzerain with help from other designers such as Sir William CMS, and without much ado, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in here. I have played this game. Most games that I play will be brand new games to me, but I've played this one before. But we're not going to overwrite that file, but I do have another file. We're going to go to Save File 2. We're going to start a new game here. Yes, for sure, we want to start a new game. So we're going to go through and we're going to play this game. I have played it before, but most of mine will be blind. We have our, of course, greeted by the Professor. Hello! This is a pre-recorded message. It is only to be opened in case of emergency. My name is Professor Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. Please select an option. You get your controls, your adventure, but we don't need any of that information. It's basically telling us that we're going to be walking around in a world full of Pokemon. It's inhabited by them. Pokemon and people live together by supporting each other. Some people play with Pokemon. Some battle them. But some people abuse them for power. That is why you are here today. To learn how to abuse people. And Pokemon. No, not really, but for our records, could you please answer the following questions? Are you a boy or a girl? At least this time it makes sense that he's asking the question. It's a recording and not an actual person. He can't just look and say, oh, you're a boy. So yes, I am a boy. Are you sure? Absolutely. There is no question. What is your name? We're going to use my own name. It was given to me at birth, and so it served me well. We're going to say Noah. So you're Noah. Yes. Would you like to do a challenge run? Well, we'll take a look here. What type of challenge run? This game does have several challenge runs that are available to people. There's the standard Nuzlocke challenge where you are allowed to catch one Pokemon per route, and if your Pokemon faints, it's dead, you cannot use it anymore. Randomized run will be that Pokemon are not bound by the routes that they're found on. They could be anything, and trainers are not bound by the types of Pokemon you find. For example, you could fight a bug catcher, which normally uses all bug-type Pokemon, but he might have a Lugia or a Ho-Oh or something just ridiculously overpowered like that. A PP challenge is one where you are not allowed to replenish any PP at all during the course of the game. A solo run is you only get to use one Pokemon throughout the entirety of the game. The mystery challenge is a bit of a mystery. I don't exactly recall what it is. The non-technical challenge means you cannot use TMs. The anti-anti challenge means that you cannot get money from defeating trainers, and the bravery challenge means you must fight every Pokemon you come across, whether it be in a trainer battle or a wild. I'm actually going to be selecting solo run, although I will not be doing a solo run, and I'll tell you why later. But we're going to say that we're going to start by doing a solo run, and it's telling you exactly what I said, that you can't use any other Pokemon, you only get the one Pokemon, but it says you can forfeit it from the menu, but we're okay with that. By default, the rival has swag to make you feel enmity towards him. Is this okay? Well, I mean, I guess he's our rival, but then again, he's another person, so no, let's not have enmity. It actually doesn't matter, he gives him swags anyway, so let's have as much swag as we possibly can. Swag's a good thing, right? Noah, are you ready? Team Olympus has attacked Niasa Town, leaving few survivors. The remaining citizens are being transferred to Zaravar Town through the escape route. Emergency Pokemon are available in the escape route for those who want to help stop Team Olympus. Thank you for watching this pre-recorded message. It's interesting that this pre-recorded message, which fixes one problem, raises another problem in that it knows exactly what's going on right now. And here is our mom coming out of the tunnel, looking around, and I think we're safe here. Go, Lucario! Lucario, the time has come. Go find Wilson. Tell him the time for cowardice is over. Tell him to redeem himself. Lucario! Use extreme speed! Lucario! Walking over. Noah, I hoped it would never have come to this. They're out there. They won't stop until they get what they want. Noah, you're growing up. I think you're ready for your first Pokemon. We have some stored somewhere down here in case of emergencies. You may as well take one. Perhaps if Team Olympus is ever stopped, you might become a better trainer than I ever was. I only wish I knew why they came after Nyasa Town. Hey! Arya, Noah, Team Olympus found this cave. Arya, we need your help to fend them off. Oh no! Go with the professor, honey. He'll take you to his lab in Zaravar Town. Noah, I love you. Be safe. Well, I suppose desperate times call for desperate measures. As a professor, I'm supposed to give you a Pokemon and start you on your journey. But as a friend of your family, while I trust your mother's judgment, she is one of the greatest trainers I have ever met. It's not that I doubt you, of course. You're surprisingly mature for your age. Follow me. I'll take you to get your Pokemon. And with that, he leaves us. If we try to go out this exit, it won't let us, because Team Olympus is out there. So we go through the one exit that we can. And there's Professor Oak waiting for us as promised, and he is going to have us follow him this way, not the other way. Which is convenient, because up until this point there is actually no other way you could go. Because you can't surf, you can't go over water. There are many Pokemon in this case. Pick one, but pick wisely. It will be your companion for the rest of your life. You can tell this is a Pokemon case because it looks exactly like every other item that will appear on the ground in the game. But let's go ahead and pick it up. It must be the emergency Pokemon supply. And which Pokemon would you like to take? This is why I picked the solo run. Normally in this game you get a pick of Victory Bell, which starts out as a Bellsprout, Kingdra, which starts out as a Horsey, or Mortar, which starts out as a Magby. And each of them will evolve through level up, so you don't need the item to pick them up. But I wanted to start with my favorite Pokemon. Well, the one that will become my favorite Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon since Red and Blue came out way back in the day was Rhydon. Always has been, always will be. So we are going to pick for our first Pokemon, Rhyhorn. Yes, we're going to do Rhyhorn. And of course, we're going to give a nickname. And we've got a wonderful male Rhyhorn here, so we're going to give him the name that I've given many of my Rhyhorn in the past. We're going to call him Sven. A good, strong name. Wow, the Pokemon you chose. You truly are your mother's child. Amazing, I must be off. I'll be waiting for you in my lab in Zaravar Town. Just continue through the cave, you can't miss it. Alright, now we're going to go into the menu and select the forfeit option. We're going to forfeit the solo run, which means that I can use now other Pokemon that I catch, and it won't be just this Rhyhorn. But what this does is it lets me a little bit of cheating the system to start with my favorite Pokemon. Now, one of the wonderful things is you talk to your follower, who's in your first slot in your Pokemon party, and he'll tell you how he feels about you, your friendship meter. So, he's still Sven is not sure if he likes us or not, which, that's understandable. He just joined us. One other thing, if we go into the menu and look at the Pokemon here, we see we start at level 7, and I want to go over a few things here. It's a pretty standard layout. You get to see your type of Pokemon, your experience to the next level, the level it's at currently, its nature. You also get to see here the ability. Lightning Rod's a good ability. In double battles, it renders electric attacks entirely useless, because they all go to Rhyhorn, which is Sven in this case, and he will absorb it all because he's ground type, and electric has no effect on ground type. But if you go over one more, you see that you get to see the EVs and the IVs of the Pokemon. This is a little bit more complex than what I'm going to say here, but essentially what it is the higher number of EVs and IVs that you have in a stat, the more powerful that stat is as a Pokemon grows. So if you want high EVs and IVs in stats that you want to have on this Pokemon. So it's a pretty good layout for Sven. He's pretty good Rhyhorn. And then of course you have your attacks and then the number of ribbons they've achieved. But that's the Pokemon layout, but we're gonna go out of that. We see Sven, he's pretty good. So we're supposed to go to Zaravar Town, so we're gonna head out this way, the only way we haven't been. Head that way, but we're blocked! Something's coming! Good job, Schnubble! Schnub! My name is Jeremy. I'm an intern in the professor's lab. The professor asked me to give you these. He gives us Pokeballs. Nice! If you see a wild Pokemon, such as in tall grass or a cave, then you throw a Pokeball to catch it. You'll have to weaken it first, though. A Pokemon is easiest to catch when it's low on HP and has a status effect, like being asleep or frozen. You can't catch someone else's Pokemon, though. That's theft. There are many different kinds of Pokeball. Some of them will catch more easily. Hey, since I'm telling you so much already, how about I show you how to be a trainer? Let's have a battle! Sure, why not? I just got my Rhyhorn. He's looking pretty pumped and raring to go. We'll take on you, Jeremy, and you have your Snubble, and we're gonna kick your tiny pink keister. I'm gonna open up with Tail Whip. I don't generally use a lot of defense-lowering moves. I find that to be a little bit of a waste of time in the single-player game. Now, if you're playing competitively or in multiplayer, they can be amazing, don't get me wrong. But I've just found that single player you can just generally out-damage your opponents. And with only 2 attacks, we actually take out the Snubble and win our first Pokemon battle. Dang, you won! And of course, if you win a Pokemon battle, you get some Pokemoney for winning. Wow, you're pretty good. Anyways, come visit Schnubble and me in the Professor Oak's lab, okay? Let's go, Schnubble. Schnub, schnub. Alright, we'll follow this guy down to the end of the path. And then we're going to go actually away from the exit. The exit's the other way. We're going to go up here because there are 2 things over here. This girl, if you talk to her, will teach you about shiny Pokemon, which are Pokemon of a different color. They used to have better stats, but they don't anymore. They're just different color. But if you talk to this guy up here, in addition to telling you about Team Olympus, he gives you a potion. Potions are fantastic because they heal you 20 points of damage. And my Rhyhorn, despite being a great physical attacker in a physical wall, he has horrible special defense. So if I come across anything that uses special attack early in the game, it'll be nice to have that. We have an item over here, though, which is the running shoes, which is great because you can toggle auto run. And now, instead of walking everywhere, you run! Everything is faster! And with that, we have exited the cave and we have arrived in Zaravar Town and at Professor Oak's lab. But we're gonna save that for next time. So next time on Let's Play Pokemon Omicron, we will go into Professor Oak's lab, see what he wanted us to come here to talk about, and I don't know, maybe we'll find out a little bit of something about what happened in Niasa Town and why we were under attack and by this mysterious Team Olympus. We'll see you guys then.